Hi, Miss Brown. How are you?
Hey sis, I'm good.
You look very beautiful, by the way, I have to
Thank you.
say.
So do you, honey. So do
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Mhm,
So we're here for Shape Island season
mhm.
2. I think you have such a lovely and natural voice for voiceover work.
Oh,
So
thank you.
you're welcome. So can you talk about really quickly how your involvement in Shape Island came about?
Yeah, I'd been a fan of the Shapes books by Mac Barnett and John Klassen, so I'd already been a fan. And then I heard that they were doing a stop motion animation show, and I was like, how do I need to get in? And I got a call, and they said, we'd love you to be the narrator, and I'm like, absolutely. It was the easiest yes because one, I love voiceover, I
Mhm.
absolutely love it, and then the chance to get to paint the picture, which is what the narrator does, is great. And then we got Harvey Guillen and Scott Adsit and Gideon Adlon who voiced the shapes and I know their talent. I know how great they are. So I was just like, please let me work with these amazing people. So it was an easy yes.
That's wonderful. So
Mhm.
what was your favorite episode in season 1?
In season one or season two? Because
In
we're talking
season
about
one,
season.
where
Oh,
I want
season.
to know your favorite episode in season 1, and then what can we expect in season 2?
Got it, got it,
Yeah.
got it. My favorite episode is anytime I got to kind of referee some foolishness amongst them. And there's a lot of foolishness. They're very different. And what's beautiful about Shape Island is it celebrates our differences. Instead of saying
Mhm.
this one's bad, this one's good, there's no good or bad. It's just different. And you
Mhm.
can find a way it's better to build a bridge than to build a wall, is what I say. And so I kind of love that this show is all about building bridges. So any episode where Square is being too serious or Triangle is being a little bit too crazy and wild, or Circle's too in her brain. She's very ethereal. She's in her emotions and her feelings, and she doesn't emote as well as the others do all the time. And so anytime I get to kind of referee as narrator, their things was a favorite in the first season. It's hard to pick just one.
Yeah, I like that. Like Square, of course, would be too too square.
Yeah.
Too
Too
like
square. Square's
yeah.
real square. Yeah.
Let up, let up. What have you do kids recognize your voice when you're out, or have
You
you been
know,
approached about it?
it's so funny. I've been amazed that people have recognized me out because I still wear a mask. I'm still a mask wearer. So I'll be out in the world and I'll ask, can I get a double bag on that? And they go, that's Yvette. And I'm like, how do you know? I had no idea my voice has been around long enough where people can pick it out of a lineup, so to speak.
Girl, we
So,
know you. We know.
girl, I'm shocked. Listen. I'm a kid from East Cleveland. I'm just happy to be here. So I'm just always surprised that anybody knows who I am, or especially from just my voice is crazy. So yeah, I do get kids that I do go, they may not know exactly why they know me, but they I do get the look sometimes when I'm out and about.
Yeah, like wait a
Like,
minute
wait a
now.
minute. Like, who is I know her. Yeah.
Right. So, any fun things you could tease, I guess, would be for season 2.
Well, of course, I love the first episode back, which is narrator's episode. So we get
Mhm.
to kind of find out what she thinks and how she would describe her own world, which I think is a nice little place to go. And then there's also a little sweet episode coming up with a little frog that
Mhm.
visits the island and how the shapes respond to what happens when the frog appears. So that's always fun. We have 8 wonderful episodes, and I'm just
Mhm.
so happy that this world gets to be expanded even more. And there's more for people to see and learn from this great show.
That's wonderful. So, if you could spend a day on Shape Island, what would you do?
I'm a new gardener. I feel
Mm.
like my friend Quentin who put my garden in is like, you're a new gardener. I'm a good harvester of what Quentin has put in. So I think I'd spend my day with Circle in her garden. I'm also an introvert and Circle doesn't talk that much. So I
Mhm.
think I'd just enjoy quietly, gardening with Circle. I would not the Triangle has too much ballyhoo and craziness, and Shape has too many rules. So
Yeah.
I think Circle would be the one that I would hang out with.
Okay. And so I guess my final question would be, have you, going through the 2 seasons, anything you haven't touched on yet that you maybe want to do in the next season?
Oh my gosh. I feel like in the 2 seasons we've had, I've really gotten to, I announced a race. You know what I mean? Like we've gone. It's just so many things that I've gotten to
Yeah.
do as the narrator. I can't think of anything that I haven't gotten to do yet, but I just want to do more of what I've
Right.
already done. And
Right.
I think that we should I think that the frog visiting was nice. Let's expand it and see what happens when they interact with even more animals. And maybe another shape could visit. Maybe
Mm.
somebody mentioned earlier rhombus. Let's bring a rhombus
That
up
would
in there.
be
What happens
interesting.
with a trapezoid pops in?
Yeah.
I would love to see how they would interact with other shapes for sure.
Well, I think it's very important that this show continue, especially with, children's programming kind of changing now. And
Girl,
yeah,
girl,
without getting too much into it, but we
yeah,
need shows like this. So I really
yeah.
appreciate you taking the time. I know our time's limited, so taking the time for us speaking with me
My
today.
pleasure, honey. Thank you so much. It
Thank
was a
you.
joy.
Thank you.